Hi, I'm Trust Attorney Shadi Lai Schaefer from the Asset Protection and Elder Law Center. I'm also the host of Trust Talk Radio that airs every Sunday at 10 a.m. on 101.5 FM. So tune into the show. You're going to learn a lot about estate planning. So today I wanted to talk about probate court. There's a lot of misconceptions out there as to the probate court system, how it works, why people have to go into probate court, and what to expect when you do have to go into probate court. So there's a lot of information to cover, and of course I'm not going to cover it all in one video, but I'm going to try to break down the videos for the subject of probate into segments. And so just really quick, who and why do you need to go through probate court? So many times an individual will pass away without any estate planning documents, without a will, without a trust, and so on. And so what happens is the government the courts in essence, have to oversee your assets to make sure that things get administered, handled, and settled properly under the law, and so that also your heirs, meaning your family, spouse, specifically the children, are provided for and protected because they're the ones that are supposed to get those assets. And even more importantly, the court's concerns are that if you have any creditors, meaning any debts in your estate, the mortgage on your home, the bank that you have your car loan through, they want to make sure all those different entities get paid for monies that you owe to them. And that money has to come out of your estate and then get paid to those creditors before your family, your heirs at law, can get the distribution of their portion of your estate. So in a nutshell, more or less, that's sort of what the probate system does. So probate court has to watch over that process, has to govern and control, how things are being managed. If there are 5 creditors, they want to make sure all 5 of the creditors, their creditors' statements and claims are legitimate and that they get paid the amounts owed to them. And then, of course, they want to make sure that if you have any children or a child, that child or children get access to their percentage of money owed to them. Or if you have a spouse, the spouse would also get a percentage, depending on, of course, the circumstances of your estate. So every individual and every case is unique. The laws and rules are based on the uniqueness of every case, but there is a code system, there is a rule book of laws under the probate court where they would actually administer everything according to a set of and standards of rules under the law. So that's sort of the nuts and bolts of what a probate court is. And there's a lot of different moving parts to the probate court system. And I probably should mention that even if someone had a will in the state of California, you still many times will go through probate because with a will, the only time you avoid probate is if you have any assets under $150,000 or no real property over the amount of $25,000 to $50,000. So generally speaking, in the state of California, if you have any real property and only have a will, more likely than not, you're going to have to go through the probate court system. And of course, if you have any assets, meaning financial accounts that total over $150,000, then even with a will, you're still going to go through the probate court system, but the courts will use that will that you've put together and make sure that they meet your wishes under your will. But it's still going to be controlled and managed and made through the guidance of the probate court. So stay tuned to my other segments because you're going to learn all about the other details, nuts and bolts, and process of the probate court system. Again, I'm attorney Shadi Lai Schaefer of the Asset Protection and Elder Law Center and also your host of Trust Talk Radio. Thanks so much for listening.